3 military helicopters. Military helicopters here in Winnipeg. Hello, how you doing? I don't know how well you can hear me from the wind. I'm going out for an evening walk. It's not too cold, just a little bit. And I noticed there's a whole bunch of people playing soccer in the park, and so I thought I'd share that with you. Take a look. I love playing soccer when I get the chance. Just love it. Lots of people in the park today. Very happy to see them there. Out getting fresh air in Winnipeg. Woo! All right. So, yeah, I'll get back to you soon. Winnipeg, the beginning of the West. We're actually right in the center of Canada. Awesome mural right there. Assiniboine Downs, the racetrack. It's been here forever. Notice it's gotten even colder, so put my toque on. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Yeah, I used to do gymnastics when I was a kid in school. I was the only kid in my school that could do a true iron cross. Still on my evening walk, walking by Burger King. Oh, Whopper Wednesday, am I gonna go there and eat? No way. No way. Never. Well, maybe I did 20 years ago, but now that I know better, I hate multinational food places. As far as I'm concerned, they slowly poison their customers. Like I just said hi to me. So people love it when they see you recording. And yeah, no McDonald's, no, if I go have a burger, it's gonna be from a locally owned, locally sourced place. You know, if I gotta go and pay someone else to make it for me, which rarely happens. We got a clinic for the blind across the street here, see? All the flags. That's the Métis flag. That's my blood, Métis. All right. Quite a few places available around here. Available to rent. Yeah. Which is a good sign for me, a guy that's going to be doing business again. I'm going to do another business again. Been a businessman for most of my life. Yeah, I'm going to set up a Rayc cannabis user vapor lounge. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Now, here's a place that I would go to. Georges. Homemade food at its best. Licensed tavern. Tasty burgers. Homemade fries. Georges Burger and Sub. Locally, very successful, locally owned burger place, locally sourced. Yeah, if I was going to get a burger, that's one of the places I would go to here in Winnipeg. Later. Oh, I just had to show you this before I walked by. Hydroponic gardening store, indoor gardening, hydroponic cannabis growing store is basically what it is. And then right beside it, the peace sign, e-juice, e-cigs, vapes, full of bongs called Hitman, Ham, Roar, or Cheech. They're actually closed right now. Good store, good little store, I've been to them. All right, later. There goes the sun, but it's all right. There goes the sun, and it's all right. And it's all right. There goes the sun, and it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Another day is ending. Tomorrow, with any luck, luck, we'll have a new day. Yeah, we're coming up here to an Winnipeg landmark called DeLuca's, a specialty food, Italian food place, deli and restaurant. You get gourmet style food. I'll show you guys. Little DeLuca's. Yeah, I've been there. I've had the most awesome Clam Alfredo. I might have gotten that a bit wrong. Oh well, what can you do? Hello. Yeah, they sell coffee flavorings, all kinds of stuff. Wooden spoons. It's a big store, just goes on and on. Look at all these treats here, eh? They sell those too. Yeah. Cookies, danishes, all kinds of awesome stuff. And then across the street over there is a couple of even awesomer dessert and food places. I'll show you guys in just a sec. Walk a little bit further over here. There we go. Johnny's Sticky Buns. Awesome place for cinnamon buns. And then Café Ce Soir, French pastry cafe. Like a 4-star, 3-star chef there. It's made the newspaper a few times, that place. Yeah. And so, just had to share a couple more things with you all during my walk. There's this big old building across the street there, 3 or 4 stories tall. Can you see it there behind the Shoppers Drug Mart? You could just see the top, eh? Yeah. And many windows broken, rain and snow falling in all winter long. Nice. Yeah, rain and snow, and doors up high, you know, left open. And so it was up for sale for all winter, and I see now it's been sold, big sold signs on it now. You see that? There it is. See what I mean? There's an opening right there. Yeah. And so there's all kinds of real estate opportunities in this city. Whoever bought that place just now probably made a killing. Is probably going to demolish it and, you know, build some high density housing there. Or it could go commercially because it's only you know, not very far off of one of Winnipeg's main streets called Portage Avenue. I think it's been quite a few years there. It was quite a few years. It was considered Winnipeg's longest street. Anyways, that's enough of that. We'll talk to you guys soon, girls. I hate Money Mart. It's legalized loan sharking, pawnbroker. Also, if you're unscrupulous, you can be a legal loan shark when you're a pawnbroker too. I was actually involved with a pawn business, owned my own pawn business for many years, involved for decades, and I didn't charge loan sharking rates. I charged 5% per month to a maximum of 60% for the year. Most pawn shops here in Winnipeg charge 30% a month, times 12 is how much it comes to a year. It's loan sharking. Anyways, there's this awesome new thrift store not too far from my place. Yeah, I just had to stop and take a look at it here because they've got, you know, a rare window display. Most secondhand places board up their windows, afraid of people breaking them because for some reason secondhand stores seem to get targeted by the dumbest kind of crooks that think that they can break the window and steal the computer right out of it. You see that? That's what some people will do. I know it's happened to me many times. I've been a victim of robbery many times. Look at this, they got shoes here. They got runners. Just awesome. Old movies. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, I just had to share that with you all. Okay, in a minute. I often walk down this street, and here's another brand new business that I've never seen before. I just had to show you. It says Vape Shop. Apparel, accessories, footwear, headwear, head shop, and tattoos. So it's a tattoo, head shop, and clothing and footwear called The Final Destination. Clothing, tobacconist, tattoos. Interesting. I would never mix tobacco in with my store, but you know, whatever works. If the name of the game is to thrive, right? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. And as far as cigarettes go, I consider that free choice. And I'm the kind of guy that thinks freedom to the death. Cheers. I just had to show you a new slogan. I'm voting to make poverty history. Frickin' lies. Terrible, terrible lies. If they really wanted to make poverty history, they would do something like this. Reform the entire banking industry. Yeah. They would give all people on welfare and assistance first dibs to every government job available. To hell with this goddamn brown nosing going on where you can only get a really good job that pays a lot if you happen to be a relative or a friend of someone who already has that job. Public jobs should go to the public first and to the people who need it the most first. Yeah, glad to get that off my shoulders. Talk to you in a bit. I had to double back and show you guys this. See that? Big brothers and big sisters of Winnipeg. That is an awesome organization. And then here it is right next to what I think is a terrible organization full of people skimming off of the tax dollars of the working people. Community Health and Social Services. Brand new building, probably worth $20 million or $10 million, paid on our dime for a whole bunch of bureaucrats and do-nothing people to make a fantastic living off of and give us terrible service. Yeah, terrible service. You want to go to the hospital here in Canada? You're going to go to die. You'll have to literally fight, yell, and scream to get proper care. I will never, ever let anyone that I care about go to the hospital or see a doctor without me or without someone else that I know has a brain and how to handle these people that think that they have authority over you, like the doctors in this country. Oh, it's a topic I feel very passionate about. Yeah, when my dad was dying, we stayed there and we babysat him 24 hours a day just to make sure that the doctors didn't kill him. And we saved him a couple times. Yeah. Later. Yeah, well, that topic's on my mind. Well, me and my siblings, my brothers and sisters, took turns babysitting my dad while he was in the hospital at the end there. Once the doctors and the nurses realized what we were doing, they tried to officially get us to leave the hospital and leave him alone. They gave us papers, and they gave us this and that, and they gave us words. Yeah, and we told them, unless you're gonna arrest us, get the cops and force us out of here, we're not leaving. So they left us alone for a little while, and then what happened to the hospital? A frickin' superbug came in while my dad was there. And and the hospital tried to get us to leave again. They quarantined the whole hospital down while my dad was there. They don't know about this family. We didn't leave then either. And when it come right down to it, they weren't willing to do violence against us. Of course, we weren't going to do violence against them either, but we weren't going to leave. And we didn't. Yeah. more power to those who want to do the right thing, no matter what people in so-called authority think that they can do. Okay, later. Huh, look at that. Suites available. I wouldn't mind living in a suite. That's a pretty big place right there. Yeah, Lions Place. Not too far from where I live. Bargain train, opening soon. Collectible, buy and sell, antique, vintage, retro. Right up my alley on the same street that I live in. What do they got in there? Can you see that? Yeah, they got some kind of showcase there. There's a Santa in it. Come on, focus for me. Yeah, anyways, I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, so that's the story there. Later. Hello again. It's right near the end of my day. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you all and have an end of the day puff and maybe a couple of words. Yeah, there's my little bit of green in my bubble ashtray. Reason why I picked that bubble ashtray up from a yard sale was because of the bubbles. To me, the bubbles remind me of stalked trichomes, which is the right way of saying the resin glands on the marijuana buds. They're the sparkly part of the bud. Here's my trusty bong, cup of coffee, milk and sugar. It's probably my only vice. Probably. And yeah, so let's have a hoot here and relax. All right. Okay. I'm just going to fill up my empty bowl here. I had a good day today. Nothing eventful, too much. But lots of hope for a busy and productive future, that's for sure. Cheers, friends and family, acquaintances. Hope you're all having a good day. Would you like to have a toke? Here's a virtual toke for you. Oh, you're over there? Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll put it over there. There you go. Okay, ready? There you go. There you go. My turn. I see we left half the bowl for me. You're very kind of you. I saw the smoke, but I know you didn't, because it's not condensed smoke at all. You know, it's not dense smoke. Smoke from Earl and hash is way denser, and if you take a bigger toke, you get denser smoke, easier to see. But I just take small tokes because I just do it the way that is best for me. Yes, nice to talk with you all a bit about the hospital situation here in Canada. You know, I do like our medical system. I do like some things about it. You know, how the poorest people can have access to it, just right alongside the richest people. The only thing about it is that getting proper access to the proper things we need to save our lives and to improve our lives health-wise sometimes takes a couple years to get you know, to wait in line. You know, sometimes it takes, and never mind that, on the other end of the scale is like if you're hurt and you have to go to the emergency room, you end up having to wait for many hours even in the emergency room. And I don't know, I see there's lots of room for improvement, and that improvement can come by what? Guess what? Accountability. All we got to do is just inject layers of true accountability into that bureaucracy, along with all of our others. And so, the richest people here in Canada, never wait in line. They head down to the United States and they get some of the world best care. Not to say that we don't give out world best care too, but we do. But like sometimes we have to wait so long we end up dying. And whereas if you got the money, you can go down to the States or to other places in the world and get the proper thing done to you right quickly. A bit of a side story there. I mentioned to you all the other day about my Uncle Dennis, who he owns real estate all over the world, including here in Winnipeg. I was mentioning how he owns a Sherbrooke bar and hotel. His son Jose owns the pawn shop there. I trained Jose, by the way, and he's done good with it. Anyways, yeah, my uncle is a dual citizen. I'm also a dual citizen. It's thanks to my his dad, my granddad, being 100% American. But I don't need those papers either. I'm telling you that that's the truth, but I don't have no papers to back it up. Although there are other people in my family that do have the papers to back it up, like my brother Mike. Anyways, so about one other little story there about my Uncle Dennis and the property. No, not the property. His little story about the healthcare systems compared to our country and your country. So anyways, he was down in Phoenix, Arizona. They're living in he's got a house there on the outskirts of town. And and he gets sick. He's not feeling well. And so he goes to the doctor down there. And and gets misdiagnosed. But gets diagnosed officially and prescribed in the whole bit to fix him up, gets it all done down there, starts doing it, and then ends up having to come back up here to Winnipeg for a bit. And he has lots of homes around here too. And I know he lives in one for sure. I visited him in it, but I know he has other real estate, including downtown real estate. But anyways, it's not about that. It's about his healthcare experience. And so yeah, he comes back up here. He has to spend a little bit of time up here in Winnipeg after being down in Phoenix there, and he's still feeling bad. Even after this regiment of prescriptions and stuff. And so he decides to go to the doctor here in Canada and gets diagnosed with something else. And it actually turned out that he had cancer. He just caught cancer, and it was cancer. And so he actually got fixed up here in Canada. There wasn't that much of a waiting line for what he needed, and he got fixed up and cured here in Canada, and then went back down to Phoenix, Arizona there, and sued the doctor and his supporting organizations, and won millions of dollars in punishment and pain and suffering fees. Yeah, there's the story there. So, good for him. I was glad for him that happened. Not glad that he got the cancer, but I was glad that he was cured, and that I was glad that the people that made the mistakes had to face the music. Because to me, that's how they'll learn, and that's how we learn, is when we have to face the consequences of our actions. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have another puff. Just gotta reach over here and grab it. And then I think what we'll do is... Oh, I just wanted to make a mention to any other YouTubers out there that happen to be watching me and can't think of a topic to do. I'll tell you how you can think of a topic you can do. It's called meditate. Just actually give it a try. True medication, sit down, relax, close your eyes and try to think of nothing. Visualize nothing. Just try and make some effort at that. And even if you completely fail, as long as you give it an effort and you tried for at least a few minutes, with all that you have in you to try as hard as you could to do it for even just a few minutes. And then even if you think you failed, you didn't fail. And you'll notice, because then within 24 hours I will make this prediction, because I've always seen it come true. Within 24 hours of that first practiced meditation, you will come up with an awesome topic on your own. Because that's how to stimulate your creativity, is by meditating. And of course, meditation is just a fix to a symptom. And so, I forget all the real details. There's even more nitty-gritty details down in there. Cheers. I did that because I knew you couldn't see the smoke again. Maybe one day I'll punch that into YouTube here, how to make sure that you can capture the smoke that you exhale. Anyways, let's share a little bit of time with you guys about what's going on in my my personal internet situation, okay? So, here we go. I don't know if you can see, but I'm about to put together another video, and I need to put a few more on. Number 4 is next. A few more of these little bits that I put together to make a whole show. Number 4. So it's a new technique that I've discovered. I guess really got to notice it and decided to copy it thanks to Kevin Spratt. I don't know, for some reason, watching his videos, I was able to learn that as a technique. And so, it's just awesome the way you can meet new and different people and get life slightly, through a different perspective as a result. That's good. Yeah, and so let's see what's going on here in the comments. Notifications. All caught up. Oh well, we'll just check out some previously read ones. I think there's a couple of decent ones. White Rabbit added me back. Beautiful lady. I don't knowable, and 9 others have number 1 comment that I made here. Yeah, here's the comment. Can you read that? Social experimentalist has developed a fantastically good way of communicating with strangers and people who think they have authority over others. He was communicating with us and the people on the street. The people who will see all of the recordings from those people in the street. And also to the people inside the buildings who will become closer to realizing and putting into action the policies that best benefit all human beings, including them and the earth. Yeah, if they want to continue to exist, it's got to be in balance. Out of balance systems do not continue to exist. Isn't that obvious, my friends? And so we got Judah Seeds. Shout out to Judah Seeds. Go ahead and check out his stuff. This guy is an awesome person. Yeah, I want to say, he's got his blood, he's got dirt from the earth in his blood, that guy. Anyway, so he commented here. So I went and made a comment on one of his videos, Wild Asparagus number 3. Very nice, you're a smart man living with your family in such a beautiful area. Cheers, brother. Yes. So I go and he goes and says to me, thank you, my cup runs over. I was blessed enough to grow up where my ancestors roamed. My grandparents and I spent many days and weekends at that pond next to the river. I have... What the hell? This freaking YouTube shenanigans. The rest of his message won't show up. So I've responded here. I'll just show you all. So good to hear you say that. You're welcome. Here in downtown Winnipeg, I actually am roaming where my ancestors roamed and actually owned too. My Métis blood, and then it's not letting me see the rest of the statement there too. But I go and I say a few other things about my Métis blood. And basically I just wanted to share with you all through showing you this was this one other point about the Métis part of me, and that right now federally speaking, according to our government, we have a Métis organization, and that organization has taken the Canadian federal government to court, and it is in the court right now. I think it's the Supreme Court of Canada, but I may be wrong about that. And so yeah, taking him to court, yeah, because they stole the land that they built Winnipeg on from us. And so we own Winnipeg, and we want compensation for that, and compensation for the genocide that they did to us, and for the line. And there's a few other things in there too that, you know, I've forgotten about right now. But anyways, yeah, so that's in the court now, and we're suing them for billions and billions of dollars. So it's really quite an awesome situation. And like I've said to you before, I believe in accountability. It doesn't matter how and when, as long as it happens, and it's nice for it to happen while the people are still alive, of course, but that's not right to stop it just because people involved pass away, which is what they try to do from time to time. So we're going to upload one more here, number 5. Yeah. There we go. Alright. I tell ya, that Toke just went straight to the brain. I'm going to have to relax here, do some heavy duty relaxing. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me for this little bit of while. You know what, I think I'm going to actually go and read that book. I'm freaking addicted to that. It is actually such a wonderful perspective of society. It's really actually inspiring, because I am hoping for a big change, you know, while I'm still around, and I believe we're very close, actually, you know, very close to within a few decades, to within a few months of some really big changes that'll make a really big effect as far as poverty and injustice and violence and hurting other people or not. Okay, good night all. Cheers.